The Saga of Aurora Silva, A Journey of Resilience. Under the vibrant sun of the metropolis of Pedra Branca, Aurora Silva, a dedicated city hall inspector, dressed simply for a special occasion. Her cousin's wedding, a family event eagerly awaited. Without perks or escorts, Aurora drove her motorcycle through the city streets, eager to share the joy of the union. Near the center, a municipal inspection post caught her attention. In command, Inspector Barros, known for his inflexible demeanor and stern look, gestured for Aurora to stop. Obedient, she parked her motorcycle on the side of the road. "Where do you think you're going?" Barros asked in a harsh tone. "I'm going to my cousin's wedding," Aurora replied serenely. The inspector assessed her disdainfully, making comments about the lack of safety equipment and the alleged excessive speed. Initially, it seemed like a routine approach, but Barros's true intention was different. Aurora realized that the inspector's hostility was not justified by the infraction, but rather by her status as an independent woman. "Don't try to teach me my job," Barros shouted when questioned, raising his voice. In an abrupt gesture, he confiscated Aurora's documents, demonstrating abuse of power. The attitude did not intimidate her. Instead of giving in to fear, she remained silent, observing the reaction of the other inspectors. Barros, seeking to humiliate her, ordered that her motorcycle be seized and that she be taken to the inspection headquarters to learn to respect the law. When approached by an inspector, Aurora reacted firmly. "Don't touch me. I know my rights." The inspector, annoyed, ordered her to be forcibly taken. Aurora, resisting, shouted for help, but without revealing her identity, determined to assess how far they would go. The situation worsened when the inspector, in an act of arrogance, not only seized her motorcycle but also threatened her with unfair administrative sanctions. "You will learn your lesson," he bellowed, with a threatening look. Aurora felt vulnerable, realizing the arbitrariness of the inspectors and the real risk to her reputation. At the inspection headquarters, the humiliation continued. Barros fabricated accusations of contempt and disobedience, justifying the need to give her a corrective so that she doesn't feel above the law. Aurora, kept in an isolated room, observed the inappropriate conduct of the inspectors, feeling wronged and powerless. The hours dragged on, and Aurora, despite the emotional strain, maintained her composure, transforming silence into resistance. Her defiant attitude bothered Barros, who, in desperation, threatened to call his superiors if she did not cooperate. In a moment of lucidity, Aurora decided to use her intelligence, revealing a fictitious name, Carla Mendez, with an intonation that made him believe that he had obtained the confession. Barros smiled, convinced that he was dealing with an ordinary citizen, ignoring her true identity. Aurora was left in a cold and uncomfortable room, where other citizens were waiting for service. Her look, serene and determined, indicated that the battle was just beginning. The situation changed when the inspection coordinator, an upright and respected man, arrived at headquarters. Upon ascertaining the disrespectful treatment and unfounded accusations, he confronted Barros vehemently. "What is going on here? What kind of conduct is this?" he questioned with indignation. Barros, without arguments, tried to justify his actions, but the coordinator did not listen to him. He addressed Aurora, offering her support and requesting her real name. Upon hearing the answer, the coordinator showed surprise and concern. The atmosphere became tense. The coordinator ordered the immediate suspension of the sanctions and the opening of an internal investigation. Aurora, relieved, felt her strength renewed. With the arrival of the administration secretary and the press, the abusive conduct in the inspection came to light. Aurora, with a firm and emotional voice, recounted the moments of humiliation and injustice. The commotion was general. The population demanded exemplary punishment. The mayor, pressured by public opinion, dismissed Barros and his accomplices, promising a restructuring of the inspection. Aurora, now seen as a symbol of courage, led an awareness movement about citizens' rights and the fight against abuse of power. Her story inspired many to report irregularities and to fight for a fairer and more transparent public service. The saga of Aurora Silva was not limited to her liberation, but to the construction of a fairer and more egalitarian society. Her example became a beacon of hope, showing that even in the face of adversity, resilience and determination can transform reality.